Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your night to join me. I really do appreciate it. So right now, tonight, I want to talk about a movie that I've been watching a whole lot of, and that movie is Waiting. And it is a movie about like food service. You feel me? Did I already thank you guys for being a part of my life? Because if I haven't, I really just thanks a million, You actually do give me purpose, you feel me? Like, I know that it sounds weird and we don't interact and it's a safe place for a lot of different reasons. Mostly because I can barely focus on getting out of bed, much less, dedicating any energy at all to, the number of haters, you feel me? But nonetheless, hey, if haters still watch the show, it's still a safe place for them too, you feel me? I'm just saying that I do appreciate you like watching this, and like when I look at some of the different analytics and stuff and I see that people are actually watching these videos, well, honestly, sometimes it blows my mind, and then also it's exactly what we've set out to do, and that's just to make a space for you guys to find a niche in just some dude randomly talking about his life and really trying to improve it. Honestly, just continuing ever more to try to improve the quality of my life in all different aspects. And this is coming fresh off a rebound year from having literally the worst year of my life. But we all deal and learn with our mistakes differently, and so here I am talking to y'all about a movie called Waiting. And I want to talk about how food service has impacted my life and how I'm really upset a little bit, but then also very happy that I have been put in a situation where life would deal me such a hand as it metaphorically would be if life were some kind of card game. Anyways, so all right, here's the thing. Like, if you're young and you're watching this, you feel me, like 20 in your mid 20s, listen, I never in a million years, not in a million years, I never thought I would have anything to do with food service. I feel like there's two kinds of people in this world. People that work with food and people that do anything but work with food. It could be construction, any other type of vocation, it could be professional trade, it could be a career, an administrative career, any of those things, you feel me? But what I'm saying is that there are two kinds of people in this world. There are a group of people who willingly work with food, and there's a group of people who don't. You feel me? And again, I'd moreover argue that the people that don't work with food do so for a conscious reason. Like, whatever that reason is, it's still at the forefront of their mind, I'm assuming, as it concerns their active employment, to like get money or whatever to like live their lives and stuff. And so I never thought I would work with food. Like, I just, as a kid, as a young adult, and then there was a day in college where I'm walking across the student union building, and this dude, his name is Eric, he came up to me and he was like, "Yo, dude, you want a job?" And I was like, "I guess." I was like, "Sure, I'll take a job," And I ended up being a dishwasher at my school cafeteria, where ironically I lived. And this is the other thing, so it's classic me in that there was literally not a single dorm room on campus that was closer to the school cafeteria than my dorm room. I can't make that up, you feel me? And De Vargas D3, also right across the street from where I was born. I don't know, I'm a very sharing person, I guess. Holy potatoes. If anybody did too much digging, they might find out that I was born at University of New Mexico Hospital. That's a shout out to your boy here. Again, ironically, things come full circle, and as a young adult, I would start my life journey there. And then I would choose to take a job as a dishwasher for Aramark, working at the school cafeteria called La Posada. And long story short, that single decision has impacted me to this day. I feel like if Eric had never, if I had didn't decide to walk to the student union building that day, that afternoon, I feel like no one would have ever approached me to ask if I wanted to be a dishwasher. Moreover, nobody would have ever, like, I just probably wouldn't have worked with food. Again, it's like not a bad thing in and of itself. I really wish that I did not do that afternoon. I mean, now, like, as I talk about this, and again, not out of like regret, because I've learned to embrace a different part of me in my adult life. And I guess that is like learning that food is something that I enjoy. Like, I enjoy cooking, I enjoy baking. I found these things out about myself. I do enjoy these things. I'd say more than a common man, a middle-aged American man. Like, for real. Like, I like to cook, you know? I like to bake. But I don't really know if I like working with food. You, like, in general, like, it, like, as I'm watching this movie and stuff, it's just reminding me of working in a restaurant, front of house or back of house. Most recently, my most recent um, miserable failure in life was the food truck enterprise that I had undertook and drove that company into the ground. You know, I mean, again, I'm not somebody who grew up aspiring to be in the food industry. You know, it's just something that because I enjoy doing, like in my personal time, I like to cook at home. I like to cook for myself. I like to cook for my roommate. I like to cook for people. I do. But like, not necessarily on a line getting paid $12 an hour for some restaurant that has overinflated prices. You know, that's my most recent experience as a line cook at a local restaurant here. And that just was like a few months ago, maybe just like 2 months ago. I'm not sure how long, but it was for a little while. And it was horrible. It was $12 an hour being a line cook, you know? And again, that was the first time I ever like got hired on to be any type of line cook in like a restaurant, because I know this is gonna sound bougie. My food industry experience as a worker, whether that's in a dish pit or serving prime rib cut for you at your anniversary party at a fancy resort, like I've most of my experience had been in nice resort kitchens. And you know, it's just so it's a different vibe to go from that kind of experience, where it's a relatively better experience. There's a lot more money floating around. You know, companies tend to be a lot more generous as it concerns steady, um, real meaningful employment with really good wages. You know, I mean, I've done some of the numbers myself, and so I can't even understand honestly how it makes sense to pay some of the amounts they do in that area that I was in Phoenix. But then it's sort of like, because that's the way the competition is. It's just I come back here to Albuquerque and it's completely different. Like it's like a different world. It literally is. And so it's hard to get back into that here. And I'm watching this movie Waiting, and I host a show on YouTube called Vlogs About Nothing, and I need content and stuff to talk about. I mean, I gotta talk about nothing somehow, which is probably the most frustrating thing about trying to do nothing, is that you're always inevitably forced to have to do a little bit of something. And I guess I'm okay with that because I don't want to be completely worthless, you know? I suppose my contributions to the world, like, I guess in and of itself at this point, are little to none. Whatever. You know, you enjoy watching the show. I enjoy making the videos. I really do. This is. I can't believe that people are still watching these videos with this, with the quality being like this. Between you and me, you know, you guys might be just as eccentric as I am, right? I'm just saying, because otherwise, why on earth would you be watching these videos? I love trolling myself, you feel me? I love it, and I really do. I'm the joke. Don't ever worry about that. You know, I'm a pretty grumpy person at times, but definitely not vindictive, not hateful, not violent, none of those things, you feel me? So, like, I do appreciate you guys, and anytime I joke, whether it's a joke aimed at y'all or most of the time jokes aimed directly at me. I'm okay with that, you know? That's the trade off. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you for watching my show again. I really appreciate it. And I will be having a couple-minute break, I guess, and then right back to making some more videos. I thinking there's a high probability that will happen. There's also a small probability that it won't happen, but understand here that I don't want to be shamed on the internet. And for all intents and purposes, moving forward, you know, as I mean, like, shamed in that, like, if I said I'm going to do something, I've been saying that I'm going to make these styles of videos for months now. This is something that, like, I just can't easily be like, hey, yeah, you know, I decided that it's not going to happen. So I appreciate you watching my show, and thank you very much, all right? Have a really good night. Bye.